Hey everybody, it's Natalie Weatherly, and I am back today. Hey Scorpio Guitars, how are you? Good people. Oh, and some hearts already. You must like P90X or something, or my cool hair past due a haircut. But I want to introduce myself. My name is Natalie Weatherly, and I have a full-time career, but I'm trying to build my business in health and fitness right now. And if you've heard of P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix, programs like that, is what I use to help people achieve success at home, and it's completely online. Thank you for joining me. My scope is about, so you'll know if you want to stay tuned in or not, is about the whole 30. I'm on day 3. And I haven't had any crazy headaches or sugar withdrawals or anything. Thank you for all the hearts. If you have any questions, please just type in a comment. And if you would like, also put your name, because it's hard to read your username, and sometimes they don't always make sense. It's not your name. It's, I love dogs, or I like coffee, stuff like that. Periscope is dope. Those type things. So if you have a question, please ask. But I haven't had any crazy caffeine I've had caffeine. I've had coffee every morning. But I stopped drinking Monsters, and I stopped drinking Coke Zero. So my husband's on here being silly. So I've had caffeine, but I haven't had any sugar withdrawals or anything like that. So that's really good. But I haven't had a whole lot of energy, not like can't function, stay in bed type, no energy. But wasn't able to work out yesterday. I didn't work out today, and I'm really, I had lunch just a little while ago, but I'm just kind of really starting to drag. And I even had fruit for lunch, so I had some sugar put in there, but I was going to work today. I'm not sure I am now. So I'm starting, as if you've watched my last 2 days, I don't have as much energy as I did the last 2 days. So I'm just kind of slowing down a little bit, wearing down a little bit. But good things are coming. I know they are. This is really good. And the reason why I'm doing the whole 30 is because I have a bad relationship with food, with sugars particularly. And I eat good majority of the time. But I'd say if you're only going to be drained for a few days, someone asked, in case you didn't see it, is it worth being drained if you're going to do this? And the being drained is only going to happen for a few days, maybe a week. But what I've been told, once you get into week 2 and 3, that your energy just skyrockets. So I think it's just getting your body adjusted to not eating foods that cause inflammation and that mess with your hormones and whatnot. I think it's just an adjustment, especially cutting out sugar and stuff like that you're used to consuming and used to having it cause your energy to spike and go crazy. So I think it's just an adjustment phase. And so I don't think I'm off work this week, which is really good for me, because I think trying to function at work, and they say you get really grouchy. Haven't gotten grouchy yet in the first week. So I haven't gotten grouchy yet. I've still been sleeping really good. Some people don't sleep very well at first as their body's adjusting, but I was a pretty healthy individual to start with. So I don't think I'm going to have a lot of the kind of side effects of withdrawal from junk food and some other things. But I did consume a lot of caffeine. I was one of those Monster energy drinkers and Coke Zero every day. So that's been a slight adjustment. But so far doing really good. Just don't have a whole lot of energy. But it's only day 3. So we'll see what the week holds. But that's about it. So does anybody have any other questions or anything they'd like to ask? This is the book, and I really didn't plan on doing this. I bought the book because I was told that it had a lot of good information about foods and how foods react to your body, what causes inflammation, messes with your hormones. Some just psychological, like sugar is a psychological problem for me. And so it was just a wealth of information. It was fantastic. I bought it last Thursday night, finished it by Saturday morning, and I knew I needed to start this right away. And so started Monday on Labor Day. And it's really, if you're a meat and potatoes kind of person, it's going to be fabulous for you. If you're not used to cooking, it might be a little bit of a struggle for you. Thank you for all the hearts. I think they're all from my husband, but I still love them anyway. You know, it's really, you're just doing away with alcohol, tobacco products, of course. You're doing away with grains, even quinoa, and quinoa is really healthy for you, kind of, yeah, to a degree. The book explains why things about it that isn't. But you can't have grains, you can't have beans, which is a problem. I love beans. And you cut out dairy, so all you cheese lovers, me included, you can't have dairy, and you can't have sugar and artificial sugar. And you know, you gotta think, you gotta look at labels. But that part hasn't really been that bad, but it's a lot of protein, a lot of seafood. So if you like seafood and you like protein and you like potatoes and sweet potatoes and vegetables, I mean, you get to eat fruit. So, you know, you get to eat a whole lot. You can't focus on what it is that you don't get to have. Focus on what you do get to have. You get to have tons of protein, meat, seafood. You get to have tons of vegetables, even potatoes, even sweet potatoes. You get to have a lot of fats. So, you know, as long you get to have, if it's grass-fed, organic type butter, you can have butter. You can have bacon grease. You know, as long as it's bacon, that you got to be careful what you buy, and that it's good, hormone-free, organic bacon, doesn't have nitrates in it and whatnot. But if you've got bacon grease from that kind of bacon, you can eat that kind of bacon, and you can use that bacon grease to cook with. And you get to have fruit, all kinds of fruit, and that's sugar, and that's, you know, natural sugar. So you get to have a whole lot of food. You just can't focus on what it is that you don't get to eat. A lot of people have problems with going to black coffee, and I haven't liked it, but I think I'm adapting. Someone told me to try putting butter, the natural unsalted butter, and coconut oil in your coffee. Put it all together, put it in a blender. So then it got really frothy on top, just like you were buying coffee from Starbucks. And the flavor, it wasn't as bitter as like straight black coffee is, so it was decent. It was okay. Of course, it tastes bitter with sugar in it, but I can't have sugar, so it was good. It worked. So no, I think that'll change. I think I'll get to be a black coffee drinker before too long, by next week, I'm pretty sure. So if y'all don't have any other questions, that is it from me today. I'm going to be doing this for the whole 30 days, just kind of giving an overview of what I'm going through, how's it going, and giving you a little bit of information from the whole 30. So I don't see any questions, so I guess that's it. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will chat you tomorrow.